Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching GEEKCASTER, everything sci-fi, fantasy, and pop culture commentary. I'm Seven, we have Drew, and we have Corey. And this is a follow-up to a conversation that we had before. I think we're talking about Opus and Heretic.
We jumped, we were on a few topics. We left off at Street Fighter, how wonky the casting was. Corey liked Roman Reigns as Akuma for some unknowable reason. And from there, I think we
It's the hair. It's the hair.
To be fair, Corey, he does look the part. When I saw him, I'm like, okay, him in the outfit, if they got the proper costume and outfit, he could look the part, but he's got to be able to do the karate stuff. Can Roman Reigns do the karate action choreography? We'll see. But from there, it was I guess this is like dipping back into older films or fairly recent films that we've seen. Heretic was one, and Opus was the other.
Okay.
You guys had both seen them. I just saw them like about a week ago.
Right.
And I think that's about where we were at. We just gotten there pretty much.
Let's start off with Opus. Let's talk about Opus. What was your thoughts? Because we. All right, so
y'all go first.
It starts out where this might have some spoilers, but it's okay. We're saving your lives. We're actually saving time that you could never get back.
Are we saying watch these movies or avoid these movies? I'm saying avoid.
I'm saying avoid.
At the end of your take. Say y'all can open with it, y'all can close with it.
Right.
Take us, I'm gonna reserve mine. Yeah.
So Opus was the classic. I'm throwing out a net. I'm inviting a whole bunch of people to come to my mansion, come to my house, come to my event, We've seen this before. Yay! As soon as it started out, because we've seen this so many times before, we know a bunch of people gonna die, basically. So took a little while to warm up because you gotta some character development. You gotta like some people, hate some people, and then it just once you swallow that pill, you're like, I've seen this before, but are they gonna do something different with it? At least this is my journey, and kind of I don't know, and then fast forward to the end. Really? This is where we're gonna land? So that whole thing was a waste. And actually, even before you get to the very end, I say within 20 minutes to the end, you're like, all right, this is a little far-fetched, and where is this going? Because even when you watch a film, there's this, what do you call it? Expanding belief? What's it called, Drew?
Suspension of disbelief?
Yeah, suspension. There's a lot of suspension as it goes on. And then it was just like, you weren't clever. You didn't need to do this. The villain didn't need to do this. It made no sense. So that's my take on the film. So it was an interesting ride that made no sense, especially where it landed.
But ultimately, just commenting on this.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it kind of lived up to its name, Opus. I get what they were trying to attempt. It was decent writing. It was decent acting. It was a decent pace. I just, again, like you said, suspension of disbelief was huge, especially towards the end, where the opus of John Malkovich's character selects her to dish out his message. I thought it made sense. I don't like the movie, but I thought it made sense. I don't know. I think I would give it a watch it if you want, but it's not a must watch.
Sure.
Okay. So with this one, he's
gonna bring it home, folks. This is why Drew is on the
show. Opus is, if nothing else, it is a joint of its own kind. You have what's, I guess, this subgenre of horror, which I've labeled it kind of like as like crash out horror, where you have 7, the scenario of a group of people get invited or taken or some way spirited to location X.
Right.
At the behest of some benefactor, some mysterious summoner, some person who's often of means, often renowned for something, often famous, often has a lot of loot and a lot of means to keep him or herself isolated. And when the people get there, it's then the waiting game cat and mouse thing of how long before this person crashes out and kills these people, and how are they going to do it? We've seen this with movies like The Menu, which I actually thought was kind of good. But it has the same problems that I'm going to reference in this movie. We've seen this kind of in movies like Midsummer. You've seen this in joints like The Heretic, which we'll also talk about in a minute.
Midsummer is good. I like Midsummer, though.
Midsummer's good, though. Yeah, I think that Midsummer was a better...
Wasn't there one called The Hill?
Still, one of those. There was the one that James McAvoy did, which is the same thing. It was just under the guise of their normal couple that has this other family with them, but then you realize there's...
what was it? Speak No Evil. That's it.
Speak No Evil. Yeah, it's crash out stuff where it's like, you know what's going to happen, but we're all assembling the characters and they're all kind of unlikable and have weird, mysterious glitches and quirks about them as well. But with Opus, the main character, chick from The Bear, I don't know her name.
Ayo Edibiri.
Her character, man.
I hope I'm saying that right.
I'm not sure if you were, so I'm not going to guess on the name. But when it comes to her character, okay, they do a good job setting her up.
Right.
I am rocking with her throughout most of her decisions in this movie. Starting from her introduction, where she works for, where does she work for, Corey? Or Seven? Do you guys remember? It was like some kind of...
Like some journal. It
was a journal. It was
like a New York Times kind of thing, but like the entertainment division.
She's like a music / entertainment journalist, and down to her not Asian boyfriend in the joint, where he's like, you're middle. He serves no function in that movie besides just telling us, expositing to the audience that you're middle as hell, you're not ugly, you're not pretty, you're not interesting, you're not boring. Everything about you is completely midway. She's the ultimate every woman. And then she goes and gets invited to this like...
Oh, wait. And also that he's trying to be with her and she's not taking him all that serious. For some reason...
Is that what you took from that line where he says you haven't even given a guy an opportunity to break their heart yet, including me? That just means he was looking at this, and then you're gone. That's it. That's what y'all think a relationship is. Cool. Yes, romantic interest. You haven't let me beat your cheeks and leave on you yet, but that's what they like. That's what the ladies like. So at any rate, it's like he does a great job of framing that, and then she gets put into a scenario where she's with the guy, John Malkovich's character, who's supposed to be Prince, Bon Jovi,
Queen, David Bowie.
Queen. He's supposed to be David Bowie. He's supposed to be all these guys in one.
Right.
I'm like, okay, John Malkovich is weird enough to where I could kind of buy that suspension of disbdisbelief, right?
He did a good job for what they gave him.
A lot of the songs.
He was quick.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I jumped off, because they get there, and it's enough for me to believe that he's this big mysterious dude, but then he gives these stupid, and I repeat, stupid speeches to this audience, and then proceeds to bust out into the dance number. That was one of several dance numbers.
Yeah, that was
with music. And I'm sorry, Corey, the music was but literally, if you'd have put what's this freaking character's name? If you'd have asked me, dude, name a such and such song, his character song, I'm like, I couldn't name one. I couldn't. This is so mid. This is so mid pop. Nothing is fascinating about this music, but they do these whole dance numbers that I got to sit through. These whole dance numbers. And that's where I told you guys, like, between shows, I'm like, that's where I checked out. I'm like, all right, movie. Y'all, that's where you lose me. The main character, ain't the problem. It ain't her. Every move that she makes is right. When she realizes, oh my God, this is a weird cult, I gotta get out of here. She tells people, she tries to make calls, she tries to him other people up that she thinks might not be crazy. Yo, did they try to sit there and shave you guys backstage too? Right. Oh God. This ain't good. When things go really left and people start dying, she tries to bounce. Right. I'm like, run, hun. Run. I hope you get out.
Right.
I hope you get out. And I'm rooting for her. And the rest of the movie's kind of just over the top crap. He's just crap. It's garbage.
Well, you know,
even his reveal of him like killing the people off is garbage.
Right. It's very
The last talk when they were in jail
subpar.
was different. I thought that was a good twist, a good take.
Right. Now, mind you, because it's a movie, and
Different
we've
way to
seen
put
this
it.
with what was the movie we just saw where what's his name? Did a movie put his cousin in or whatever. But we've seen movies with musicians who are supposed to be famous and this and that, and so the music doesn't have to be great. I get it because you're pretending they're wonderful. But the thing that got me, which made me want to throw out the whole movie, is because usually in these films, it's someone that's rich that wants to just give their money away, or to your point, Drew, they stay to themselves. They're super mysterious, right? But in this film, he's super famous, and in that way, he's super accessible. If he wanted to put out his message, he could just put it out in a song. He has access to the world at any moment. He doesn't need this random writer to prove and to get the word out there of the cult. Like, it made no sense.
Yeah. It becomes pointless past by the time you get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't realize this at the beginning, I'm like, why not just put it out on YouTube? Like Jay-Z put his wife's album out online before anybody. He didn't give he didn't have like a listening party. He didn't have a committee of people coming through to like listen to it first. He just put the album out on the internet.
And people talk.
That's literally what he could have did.
Right.
But they don't do that.
To push back on your points, that was the reason why he chose her, because his message was bigger than himself. He wasn't trying to be the center point, because if he did do that song, that would be coming from him. He would be the leader. And like he said, there is no leader. We're all a collective. I think that's what it was called, the collective or something like that.
Yeah, but nobody
he calls it a collective. Yeah. He calls it a collective, but however, all right, if it's we, why are we all sitting down listening to your stupid ass diatribes about Chuck Norris and Muhammad Ali? Why is it when you fall and make a jackass out of yourself, the whole room has to stop and focus on you? The guy I'm sorry. This is where John Malkovich, the villain, he doesn't work as a character. Because he does the same thing that Hugh Grant does in Heretic, which we'll get to, where he espouses something that might sound kind of deep and profound, but then you watch how he moves, and I'm like, dude, you're a goofball. Are you playing? One character even freaking says it. I can't tell in Heretic. I can't tell if you're playing chess or checkers. That sums it up.
Also, if that was your evil plan, or you chose a writer that no one cared about. Because all in the beginning of the film, she's waiting to get her big break. She's trying to push to get her voice out there. So if you were going to choose a journalist, you would choose someone that actually has fans, that actually has a following.
But the story wrote itself. So he didn't find like a Pulitzer Prize winner. He just wanted to put her through the experience because.
But that's dumb. You would hand it to whoever's the hottest. I want this to reach to as many people as possible. Let's pretend he didn't want to put it out himself. Then he would try to find someone that's on his level, but a journalist, not a no-name journalist that never got a break.
There's a line. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just to give like a weird example, like if someone survived like the Charlie Manson murders, right? We would focus on that person who survived rather than the whole act. And I think that's what they were trying to go with this film. Like everyone's going to be focused on the person who survived. What was it like? What did you do? How was it? And so that's why she got the book, the all the TV deals and everything. It just made more sense.
No, I
get that motive, but he contradicts when he makes everything about like. Particularly, it's like the idea that if you're trying to reach the most people, it's like Seven's point. If you're trying to reach the widest swath of people, you're going to go with the biggest name in the industry. If you have to have an editorial thing or a journalist, you can go with the underdog, your little Naruto, and then have that be their big come up and be the sole survivor, the final girl, right? But I'm like, dude, that's kind of counterintuitive. It's like it's going against the grain of what you just said, to where you want the most people to get it, but you give it to the one that has no juice, no clout, no one reads her stuff. Now here's the thing: that's him kind of being a benefactor to her, because his name on it is going to make her big. So that makes.
But also, they
sense.
didn't.
That was the whole point.
But they were going to kill her. Everything showed that they were going to take her out.
No, he even said when they had that conversation in jail, she was his muse. She wasn't going to die. He wanted to get back at the actual journalists, the people who wrote about him. That's why they died. And he said he wanted to use her because he researched her. She is very good with words. She knows how to write a story, and she could pretty much captivate an audience with this experience. That's why he chose her. So
Corey.
it all tracks.
Corey, if you're in
It's
her
a terrible
shoes,
movie, but it still tracks.
No, Corey, if you're in her shoes, and when around the time when dude walks in and starts murder, death, killing everybody, kicking people's asses, kicking folks over coffee tables, the one chick that he put the thing inside of her that made her organs and swell up, and she choked on her own. That was the craziest part of the movie. When she chokes effectively on her own tongue, which is 5 times larger than it should be in her skull. Okay, I'm like, he won't hurt me. Is that what I'm supposed to think?
No.
I'm just a little pub journalist. He's not going to do anything to me. She books it. She bounces because she's under all pretense. She's like, this guy's nuts. He's trying to kill us all. I'm out of here.
That's what she's supposed to do.
Right. But this is the thing. Now he did get a woman to hey, I'm going to let you go and cut the thing and so she can get out. So that did happen, right?
Exactly.
But the point that's kind of weird is there's no guarantee that she was going to write a book. There was no guarantee. Like, if you're going to be a mastermind, you're going to mastermind something in a way that benefits you. Like, he knew he was going to go to jail. He knew, like, I don't know. A lot of it just seems...
The guarantee?
Doesn't make sense. Psychologically, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
We talked about the guarantee. We said that she wanted to have her big break. She wanted to write a story. He gave her the story. He chose her, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
for him to go to jail forever, like, why would he?
He's a big artist. He's going to get out. We know, like, if you really think about it in today's terms, like, celebrities who go to jail, they're going to be out in no time, and people are going to celebrate them coming out and all that good stuff, right? So that's a non-point. The message,
but not with a quadruple homicide.
Well, with the Illuminati and all this other stuff, like they can probably
shots fired,
pardon him to get him out. Blah 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 blah. So, you know, we never know.
Right. No, I hear you. I mean, I get what I saw in the film. It just seems so highly unlikely, and some things psychologically just don't make sense. Someone that was so free and rich and everything, giving all that up on a whim that this plan might work. I don't know. It just seems a little off. It seems a little off. So, but anyway, so that was Opus. That was Opus.
We did get like
that was his Opus. That's what I said.
That was Opus. I'm sitting on some other stuff, but we can move on. I just
no, go for it. Go for it.
And to be fair, I'll throw a little bit of a compliment. I'll throw a little bit of burn. Parts of it I actually do kind of like. I think that parts of the build tension, they're good at building tension with this one.
Yeah.
There's certain parts when you see the other members, kind of how they get down. I'm poking at myself. When you see like the scene where they're in the tent and there's the guy that's cutting for the pearls, and she's like, "Why are you doing that?" It's like the idea that you go through hundreds and hundreds of clams. You have to cut it open with your bare hands with a knife. It's not pleasant. It hurts like hell. When you mess up, you jam your own finger, right? It's like, why do that just to find one pearl? And then it's like he has that kind of like his test of loyalty with his little cult subject. That is interesting. If they'd have stuck to more of that and less of the dance numbers, those goofy ass dance numbers, I'd actually considered John Malkovich to be somewhat menacing or intriguing as a villain. All right, the part when he kills old girl and she chokes on her own tongue, and he just very coldly just gets up and says, "You still look pretty," and walks out. I'm like, damn, John Malkovich. You're still pretty. And then he walks out. I'm like, that's the villain that I think that the movie should have had.
Most of the kills were really corny, too.
Yeah.
I felt that the kills should have been more intense. I mean, the best one was more elaborate.
Yeah.
But you're right. That clam thing was interesting because I haven't seen that in a film before.
That was unique. I kind of like that. It's creepy. And then you see him, it's gross because he stabs himself. He's like, ah.
Right.
Wraps his hand up and then keeps going. I'm like, dude, why?
Did you-
And then at the end, they round it out to where she's at the interview and she sees the interviewer chick has a pearl on.
Right.
Is that actually she a member of this Illuminati
Right,
cult?
right.
Or is that just her being traumatized from what John Malkovich did to her?
That was cool.
We don't know. That was kind of neat.
Also, from the very beginning, I noticed when they were taking the phones, I noticed someone had scars on their hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All of them did. Yeah.
All of them did.
So that was cool. I mean, I knew that was going to be something of importance. I mean, as I watch these films, I'm always looking to see, are the writers going to try to be cute and like, I saw that, I got it,
There's some cool stuff in there.
There's some cool little things in there. And the lead actress I thought she was really good for what they gave her.
She thought, for how she's written, because again, she's supposed to be mid as all mid.
Right.
And she does that well.
Right.
And her decision making, I gotta say, because the difference maker is, in horror and thriller stuff, folks gotta be a little dumber than usual.
Right.
She wasn't.
Right.
She's like, bro, there's bad stuff, there's weird stuff going on. I think we should bounce and call somebody. We should get some help.
Right.
And then when stuff goes south, I'm out.
Right. As corny and crazy as that movie was, when she got attacked in the bathroom, and we were like, how did she get to the second floor? And then they pan around and say they showed her how she climbed up. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
they tried to cover all their bases.
Who was her shadow? I recognize her face. Who played her shadow in that movie?
I don't know.
She was in something.
Was it a Prey? I just now remembered it. Prey.
Oh,
that was Prey. I know, right? I just now connected the neuron of work on that.
Yeah, I gotta look.
Yeah, it was her.
She needs something again. That was a good movie.
She was good. She was good in this one. I liked her.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was going through her brain, and when stuff started popping off, bro, she was putting in the work. She was putting people down.
Yeah.
That was her.
This is another film that had a lot of potential, and you wish another writer got involved or a producer, someone to say, you got something good here, but we need to tighten this up. It needed a little more
cooking.
Yeah.
The script needed to cook a little more because there's some good ideas in it. There's some good like rising tension, but it was choppy. They needed to cook that one a little more.
Now speaking of cooking, Heretic. You said you finally saw this.
Yeah, right. Heretic definitely needed to cook more, and it was. Again, he's a worse villain than I think John Malkovich, just because he gets on these tangents. Hugh Grant's character, when the two Mormon girls go there and things start to get interesting, he starts using all these analogies that kind of don't go anywhere. We get where he's going to, but I'm like, dude, you had me with the idea of asking people about their faith. I get that. And he has the two doors. Again, there's interesting things that they set up, but it's like, all right, then what do? You bring out board games. I'm like, okay, I'm still there. Suspension of disbelief, right? Okay, I'm working with you. So
that's when it lost me too. It lost me there too.
I'm like, all right, yeah, they're all just derivatives. Religions are all just derivatives. Okay, what's the point though? Then he has them go down the stairwell. And I'm like, you didn't even really round off that last point, but okay, we're rocking with you. And then there's the dead body, or the not dead body.
Right. Which one is it?
The movie just does this. It's like there's another layer to nowhere. And then when you get to the end, it's like, it could have, when you get to the end, are we spoiling this one?
All right, go for it.
When we get to the end, it's just she died. She got stabbed and she died. We think she died because there's the butterfly thing.
Right.
Where the butterfly lands on her hand. Then we remember she said when she dies, she wants to come back as a butterfly. Right. And her brain, because then they bring in the detail of when your brain dies, you do all kinds of stuff in your head, right?
The thing that made me mad is she died 20 minutes ago, and then she came back to life for like 2 seconds.
She died. She either died with Hugh Grant either stabbed her in the neck, and she fantasized that her girl came back to life and killed him with the axe or the pickaxe, or the thing happened with her saving her with the plank of wood. I'm sorry, it's a plank of wood. Barnes comes back, saves her with the plank of wood, and then she gets out and dies, or none of that happened and she died way before. It was kind of weird in that regard.
You know what?
Like, they didn't.
Is there anywhere online that breaks down what actually happened? Sometimes
I need to look it up. But that was just my initial view. I'm like, it either went one of two or maybe three routes. She either died in the basement, when Hugh Grant stabbed her in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Barnes either came back to life and saved her, and she got outside and then died, or she died at some point prior to that.
Yeah, because I knew as soon as she said the butterfly thing, I was like, "Oh Lord, we know."
You're like, when is that going to come back? Yeah,
right. You already know.
Paxton. You're going to die, Paxton, come back as a butterfly. But then you see her when she gets out.
Right.
The butterfly thing. She's in a field. Everything is all pristine and oddly idyllic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the butterfly lands on her finger. She turns back. Butterfly's gone. Maybe it was even a simulation. Remember that? Maybe it was even a simulation. I don't know. Yeah, dumb.
Oh
dumb.
Man, where can we find that? I'm so curious.
It's online. People chewed this one up, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, definitely a dumb out of 10 for me.
Agreed.
Heretic, it starts to say things and ask you questions about faith. They make Barnes kind of interesting for a second when you don't know quite what her deal is. Because she's definitely more experienced in things than Paxton, who's a complete goob. I love Paxton. But like, by the end, it's like, it doesn't matter because they both died. So, no one said anything important. No point went to anywhere. And then they died. Okay, dumb out of 10.
So, yeah, they say it's open, ending is open to interpretation.
Yeah. Could have been, not a hallucination. It could have been a simulation. We could be in the Matrix in that one, too. Because
I wouldn't go that far.
He talks about it. Why was it in the movie then if it's not a thing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Was it another point to nowhere, or was that actually the ending? She's in the Matrix.
The movie like that, if you're going to go through all that, I want a resolve. I want some resolve. What's your point? Like, as a writer, make your point. Whatever it is, but you got to stick to it.
That movie had
multiple endings are cool. Like, multiple endings can work. Interpretation is fine. I think it makes for some of the cooler endings, because endings are hard. But, like...
it's called commitment, Drew.
You have to make those thoughts connect, man. You're just kind of dovetailing into different things. Everything is a derivative of a derivative. I'm like, all right, go somewhere with that, please.
Right.
The end.
Right.
Okay.
Stupid movie.
Yeah. Again, dumb out of 10.
You said dumb out of 10?
Dumb out of 10.
Oh, man. How much time we got? All right. Yeah. So we could... Oops. Did we... Oh, perfect timing. But you're watching GEEKCASTER. We're here live. And we're here live from the studio. That's right. So you can check out Franklin's Soundstage. You can also go to geekcaster.com or geekcaster on Instagram. Thank you very much for watching and supporting. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, all of the things. But of course, you can always go to geekcaster.com where you can find future conversations, past conversations of everything sci-fi, fantasy, and pop culture commentary. Woohoo! You can also find out GEEKCASTERs on cable. If you go to geekcaster.com, has our cable times, and also events and different things that we're doing. So please stay in contact, leave us messages, notes, and enjoy.